Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to the Love in Dubai Daily Live. Shireen is not with us this morning, unfortunately, so I'm going to be bringing you all of the top stories. Before we get into it, did you have a good weekend and are you roasting on the way to work? I don't know about you, but it felt like summer. I know it's been here for a while, but it's actually arrived. Like, we are on the 42nd floor here. You can see beautiful JLT behind us. And when I came in at 8 o'clock this morning, the windows were dripping condensation. I feel like it has not been like that all summer. Is it as hot where you're watching from? Of course, we're live on Instagram and Facebook, maybe. We're not sure if we're live on Instagram this morning. But let me know where you're watching from, if you had a good weekend. And if you're excited for the week ahead, we're going to jump into our big stories today. We're talking about UFC 242, Khabib versus Poirier last night at the Yas Arena. It was amazing. We're going to be talking about that, of course. We're talking about the Friends sofa. Is it coming to Dubai? We're also going to be talking about the viral Popeyes chicken sandwich and how that's relevant to Dubai this morning. And we have a big announcement about the Love in Dubai cruise, which we're going to get to later in the show. So to kick things off, were you at the fight last night? Did you hear about it? The scenes were incredible. It wasn't just last night, it was the lead up. There was Abu Dhabi Showdown week, there was the weigh-in. All eyes of the UFC world were on this octagon last night, and it was huge for the fans. So they had a full night of it. We saw Khabib versus Poirier, and I heard that it was definitely a Khabib audience. Of course, he has a lot of connections with the UAE. He has been in and out of here a couple of times. And there was a really, really strong Russian crowd there last night, and they got the result they wanted. You might be able to see the video beside me right now. When it happened, Khabib was crowned the UFC lightweight championship. He has not lost a fight, guys, in 28 in a row, which is unbelievable. The UFC even tweeted after the fight, is he unstoppable? Which is really, really exciting. He jumped into the arms of Dana White, the UFC president, which you can see beside me. Can you imagine what the crowd was like? That's the win they wanted. So he is reigning undisputed champ. Unbelievable scenes. And I think actually before the UFC match, what Dana White, the UFC president, said is that we're going to see more showdowns like this in Abu Dhabi, which is huge. There is a massive audience here. There's massive fan base here for UFC. So we're really excited about that. One of the funny things that came up on Twitter was Conor McGregor, who was, if you remember, Khabib beat McGregor last time in Vegas, I think. And obviously McGregor had to get a word in. And he said, what did he say? He was like, he wants a rematch in Moscow with Khabib. But to be honest, it looks like, I think Khabib is actually going to take this further. There's whisperings that Khabib is going to be fighting someone else next. It's all up in the air. And as you know, it's all up to Dana White, the UFC president. So whether or not he'll fight McGregor, someone else, I'm not sure. Were you at the match though, guys? What else? So obviously it was in the new arena. Crowds were packed all week. Unbelievable excitement, of course. So let me know if you were at it. Moving on to our next story, a little bit different, but of course this is Dubai. Always new things coming to the city, always excitement. Did you watch Friends? 5 years since the show premiered. Where has the time gone? I don't know about you, but I'm still watching it on Netflix every single night, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. But basically, it's been 25 years to celebrate the first ever show and to celebrate the anniversary. The iconic sofa, which I'm sure you'll be able to see beside me in a second, is doing a world tour. So that, you know, the orange one in Central Park, it's kicking off soon, and it's coming to Dubai this September. We have the dates, I think, for a month. It's coming to the Burj Khalifa, of course, from 16th of September until 16th of October. Similar dates around there. And it's going all around. So to celebrate 25 years, it's also going to places like the London Eye, Royal Paris and Madrid, Bondi Beach, Tokyo, all across Europe for a full year. Of course, Friends was like one of those iconic shows, legendary 90s TV shows. And to celebrate 25 years, it's doing a world tour. And I can imagine a lot of people are going to be wanting to get their photo beside it. I should say it's actually a replica of the couch. It's not the real one. I still think that's pretty cool. I know people want their photos, but I reckon because it's a replica, you'll probably be able to like take your photo on it, because if it was the real thing, they're going to be like, Madam Tussauds, you're not going to be able to get up close. But because it's a replica, I'm sure they're going to let you. Don't hold me to that. Don't hold Love in Dubai to that. But I think because there's 25 going around the world, that surely they're going to let you take your photos beside it. And finally, our last big story. First of all, do you love Popeyes chicken? This is, in my opinion, some of the best fried chicken in the world. But obviously, there are, don't hold me to that either. My opinion, there are competitors. But basically, what Popeyes chicken did, they released a Popeyes chicken sandwich in the States. Now, it was they released it a couple of weeks ago, and then what happened was Chick-fil-A, which is another fried chicken place, they started a little Twitter battle, and Popeyes responded with just like a tiny tweet, and it just said, "Y'all good?" It went viral. The Popeyes chicken sold out across the country, and when I say it sold out, guys, there was queues out the door. The Popeyes team had to work around the clock because they basically had to fulfill these orders, and there was not enough chicken to go around. Can you believe it? So this was even covered by the New York Times. This was covered by newspapers across the states. It went international. But why we're talking about it now is if you read those stories from Dubai, which I did, and if you wanted to get a taste of that chicken, it looks like Brent Black, a Virgin Radio presenter, he read the stories as well. So he went to investigate. He went down to Popeyes, which I know there's one on Sheikh Zayed, went down, and the chicken is available in Dubai. You can get the famous chicken sandwich. Now, it looks like families were torn apart in the States to get this sandwich, but you can get it right now on Sheikh Zayed Road. So if you love Popeyes chicken, and if you heard about the viral Popeyes chicken story, and you want to get a taste of that chicken, you need to go on, because you'll be able to. Someone is saying congratulations to Khabib. I just want to go back to that story because we just got a quote in that I kind of want to say. So Khabib obviously won the match, and he said, "It was everything I am because of my father." He wanted to thank everyone so much, his teammates. But we also want to give a little shout out to Dustin Poirier, because he's obviously not going to get the huge media attention, but his statement following the show is heartbreaking, and I think it's important for everyone to hear it. He said, "I feel like I've left moment. I was so prepared. I didn't cut any corners. When I wake up, I need to take a look in the mirror. I need some time to learn from this. If this has taught me anything, it's to be thankful and gracious. I'm sorry if I let anyone down." So, of course, a huge day for Khabib, but obviously shout out to all the Dustin Poirier fans. Yeah, he obviously was like gearing up for that moment, so heartbreaking for him. But I mean, there's more matches to come. And to finish off, guys, that is our 3 top stories. Back always tomorrow. One more thing, this Saturday, the Love in Dubai cruise kicks off on Dubai Marina. Tickets are on sale today. You can get them on Love in Dubai. I'm going to leave a link in the comments for this. If you don't know, the Love in Dubai cruise, it takes place on the largest commercial mega yacht in Dubai. You can see it from Pier 7. It is amazing. There is obviously a fantastic buffet. There's a live BBQ. Guys, there is a jacuzzi on board the yacht. There is a pool on board the yacht. There is live entertainment. There's a DJ. It's 4 hours. It's absolutely class, and actually it's brilliant value. Tickets are from 199 dirham. So I'm going to leave the link in the comments of this section. If you want to come, we're all going to be there, Love in Dubai team, this Saturday 14th and every Saturday for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining in. See you tomorrow. Bye.